I picked up a new outboard engine this morning, Yamaha 2-stroke 8 horsepower. I've been waiting for it for a long time. I always heard that you have to break an outboard engine. I never had a new one before, just like everything else in Shanti. So I heard you have to break it in. You have to treat it differently for the first 10 to 20 hours. So I'm excited I got a new one, and while I was searching on YouTube this morning how to properly break in a 2-stroke Yamaha outboard engine, a small one, I didn't find anything worthwhile that was for smaller engines. So I decided to make a video myself after an hour of reading online and reading the user manual. I gathered the information I need, and I'm about to share it with the rest of the world. Sometimes the best video ideas come to me when I can't find what I'm looking for on YouTube, YouTube being my go-to how to do things on a sailboat, and I just end up studying and making my own, which is a good thing, but that's why I record the videos. So the outboard came with this sexy Yamaha gasoline tanks, 24 liter. It has an air vent right here. I picked up the Enduro, which is the one that's sold in Latin America. That engine will outlast the boat if well taken care of. It has a filter here for gasoline, and oil and gasoline have to both go into the tank, and they are pre-mixed. Outboards have to be mixed with a synthetic 2-stroke engine oil. So one of the most important things, I picked up the Yamaha lube, but you can use any 2-stroke motor oil. I thought I'll treat my engine to a good love in the first 20 hours, so I picked up this guy. So the most important thing is the ratio of the 2-stroke engine oil mixed with the gasoline for the first 20 hours, aka break-in period. The ratio is different. So it's different than you would be using it otherwise in normal operating temperature after months of use. You're mixing 40 to 1 of 2-stroke oil or from gasoline to 2-stroke oil, so 40 to 1. But in the break-in period, you're using a ratio of 25 to 1. So for the 12 liter of pure gasoline that I'm about to put in this engine, this tank, I have to mix, according to the book, a ratio of 25, so that's 480 milli. That's about half a liter. So I measured this bottle here for 100 milli. I think it was like a mouthwash. I got all the water out from it, and I soaked it in a water repellent agent so it can suck all the water out before I use it for my oil, because oil and water don't mix, baby. They get stuck in your carbonator and you have problems, which is really what was the problem with my old engine. So far I have 200 milli. Good thing I'm recording this, otherwise I would forget how many bottles I put in here. So that's 300 milli I'm about to pour in. So with my old engine, it was a 1980. I picked up in Rio Dulce. It was a 1982-83. It's an American Enduro. That's 300. And I've done everything to that engine. I changed the prop, the steering gear, cleaned the carbonator so many times. I took it apart and I sorted. That's 400. I've taught, I've learned on it. I've learned on how to fix a 2-stroke engine. That's 400. So we're going for 480, which is half a liter. You guys can skip through this. I have 80 marked on here. So I'm probably gonna put a little bit less than 80 because I drove the outboard from town back to my boat with the old ratio, with the old motor. So that's maybe 70 milli, so 470. And the old ratio with my old motor is 50 to 1, even more than 40 to 1. And possibly the engine is still soaked in oil by now from the drive this morning with the old tank, with the old oil ratio. So that's 480 of two-stroke oil in the tank. I'm gonna go put 12 liter of gas in it. So what the book said for the first and YouTube and everything else from Yamaha, for the first 10 minutes run your engine and idle. So very low speed, 10 minutes, you can go around the marina. I just left it basically at the dock for 10 minutes at idle, and the throttle just one kick above like friction, RPM friction. So that's for the first 10 minutes. For the next 50 minutes, which I'm about to do right now, then you drive the engine at half throttle, never more than half throttle for the first 50 minutes. These engines don't have an indicator for RPM, but you can get a good feeling for half. And then there's a procedure for 2 hours after. I'll get to it once I get to it. So yeah. The engine is mounted on the dinghy, and I'm gonna take it for a run. New outboard, yeah baby, 8 horsepower. I got the short shaft, but I plan on putting a piece of PVC here. Look at that, starts on first crank. And I got the gas tank here. I'm gonna make sure to drive it at a short burst to the gas station where I fill up gas at that tank of 12 liter with 25-to-1 ratio of oil and gasoline that's required for the break-in. In hindsight, I should have done that earlier, but that's a process. It's a process of learning. Look how cool that is. The gas station is one of these shacks over there. So we made it to the gas station. That's a Panamanian gas station. They literally fill up diesel or gasoline into this tank from these big tanks over there. Questa è gasolina pura, sì? Sì, ne siete. $12 liters of gasoline. Yeah, it does not have any oil. I can smell it. Why does gasoline smell good all the time? Okay. Suck, baby, suck. Bueno. Entonces está 3.4 litros, galones, ¿sí? Tiempo para dinero. So for the next, for the third and next break-in period, I'm supposed to run the engine for about 2 hours, but only at 3/4 of the throttle, so about 4,000 RPM. Now these engines, it's a brand new engine, believe me. I just put this on it because I want it to look like a poor man engine, so nobody steals it at anchor here. So you run it at 4,000 RPM, which is about 3/4 of the throttle, and you do that for about 2 hours. Once a while, you go at full throttle for about 1 minute. Then you reduce it right away to half or 3/4 for the next 10 minutes to allow the engine to cool. So far, we've had 3 different time zones for breaking in. We have the first 10 minutes, and we have the next 50 minutes. And this is the third zone of breaking it in. 2 hours of running it at 3/4 of the throttle. The whole process of breaking in takes about 10 hours. So let's start it here. I don't need to choke it. It's already warm. Let's take it down. I'm also using a timer to keep track of these 2 hours. Look at that, it runs like a beauty. If it wasn't for my old t-shirt, I would think it's really a brand new engine. Yeah, baby, she runs. Woohoo! It's been so great not having to choke it and pull the cord and clean the carbonator. It actually starts every single time. I mean, that's what you expect with a brand new engine, but I'm happy, grateful. So finally, here we come to the last step, the fourth step. So the fourth step of the 10-hour break-in process is running the engine at full throttle, but never more than 5 minutes. So you can operate the engine for the next 7 hours as you wish, but never operate it at full throttle for more than 5 minutes. Throughout this whole 10 hours of break-in time, you are using an oil to gasoline ratio of 25:1, 25 gasoline, 1 synthetic oil. After the 10 hours period of the break-in, you want to go back to the original gasoline to oil ratio, which is 50:1. So here you go. By watching this video, you avoided reading the book, you avoided reading the user manual. Basically, I did the work for you. I hope you like it, and if you do, hit subscribe, hit like, and a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.